the old man suddenly realized the skinny little horse in front of him might be the legendary 1,000-mile horse, but no one at the scene could tell. So the old man decisively made an offer.
1 guinea.
But unexpectedly the opponent also took a fancy to this horse. The eyes of the two met and were full of hostility, and then began to frantically bid. The friend hurriedly advised the old man to give up, but he gritted his teeth and directly shouted out a sky-high price.
30! 30 guinea!
The opponent immediately had a malicious smile. You know, the market price of this horse is only 10 pounds. And the old man who reacted also regretted very much. His wife clearly told him to buy a strong horse that could plow the wasteland, but now because of a momentary impulse, he bought a 1,000-mile horse that was pampered. How could he explain this when he goes back? Little did he know that the gear of this horse's fate had just begun to turn. After returning home, the wife saw that the husband not only bought a horse that couldn't plow the land, but also spent all the family's savings. She was immediately so angry that she flew into a rage on the spot. But who knew that the son bird also saw the uniqueness of this horse, immediately pleaded to keep it for training. Looking at the stubborn father and son who were carved out of the same mold, the mother could only reluctantly agree, but stipulated that only 1 month of training time was given. If it still couldn't plow the land by then, it must be sold. After all, the family also needs money to live. The next day Bert embarked on the horse training path. He found that the nature of this little horse was very strict, basically not giving him a chance to approach. So Bert had a brainwave and turned his back, using food as a bridge to slowly approach, without the tension of facing directly. The little horse finally let down its guard and started to eat. Bert also took this opportunity to gently stroke its neck, and named it Joey. Then they came to the hillside and started the real training. Bert asked it to stay where it was and not move. Unexpectedly, this guy was extremely talented, only tried twice and mastered the instruction. Then Bert whistled in the distance, trying to call him over. At first Joey didn't understand. Bert had to come over, patiently explained the meaning of the whistle, then ran to the distance and whistled again. Unexpectedly, Joey really understood this time. He happily ran towards Bert. Such a spiritual horse is really rare in the world. From then on, no matter where Bert was, as long as the whistle sounded, Joey would come running excitedly. Even if it was hiding in a tree, he could always find the right place accurately. However, the happy days are always short. It turned out that the opponent who bid against the father last time was exactly the landlord of their family. With a grudge in his heart, he ran over to collect the rent in advance this time. But where did they have money after just buying Joey? But even so, the father was not willing to bow his head, so he promised to the landlord that he would use Joey to open up a piece of wasteland. All the harvests at that time would be used as rent. When the landlord heard this, he reluctantly agreed, but he also put forward a harsh condition. That is, they must grow crops by October. Otherwise, the land and that horse would be taken back.